I'm Sarah. Welcome to the Daily Englisher. Today's song is Auld Lang Syne, which I think is an appropriate song for the end of the year, and I'm going to read you what Wikipedia has to say about it, because I love Wikipedia. Auld Lang Syne is a song by Robert Burns, although a similar poem by Robert Ayton, as well as older folk songs, use the same phrase and may well have inspired Burns. In any case, it is one of the better known songs in English-speaking countries, and it is often sung at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Day. Like many other frequently sung songs, the melody is better remembered than the words, which are often sung incorrectly and seldom in full. The song's Scots title may be translated into English literally as Auld Lang Syne, or more idiomatically Long Long Ago, or Days Gone By. In his retelling of fairy tales in the Scots language, Matthew Fitt uses the phrase "in the old days of Auld Lang Syne" as the equivalent of "once upon a time." In Scots, Syne is pronounced like the English word sign, not Zine, as many people pronounce it. So I guess it should be Auld Lang Syne, not Syne. Anyway, I think one of the most interesting things about the song is how the melody is used in so many different ways around the world. For example, it used to be used for the national anthem in South Korea. In Italy, it's used by some football supporters singing songs about their team. And in Japan, the melody is used for a song called Hotaru no Hikari, and it's also used in department stores at closing time. Thank you very much to those people who have already signed up to be members of the Daily Englisher. If you don't know anything about that, you should watch show number 585. If you become a member before the end of December, you have a chance to get one of two things. One of those things is an Acadia t-shirt or sweatshirt. This is the stuff that I got when I was there. I really like this red one. This one's kind of boring, come to think of it, because it's just one little A. And this one is probably my favourite, except that the first time I washed it, the paint started flaking off, which is pretty dodgy. So I'm not sure if I'd recommend this one, unless you like the paint coming off look. And I like this big A too, but it's kind of cold in winter. Anyway, you can choose one you like. They have a selection online. The other thing is a copy of a magazine called Scene, which I don't recommend for beginners, more for native English speakers or advanced learners. And especially if you're interested in things like animation, game art, DJing, VJing, demo scene, stuff like that. I did some work on the magazine, so if you get a copy, you'll get to see a picture of me. I would hold it up and show you, but it's only just been printed, so I haven't got a copy yet. But I should hopefully be getting one soon, and if you become a member, you might get a copy too. Kia ora, in Stick News today. According to a university study, St. John is the happiest city in Canada.
A university professor in Canada examined almost 10,000 survey responses and came to the conclusion that the happiest city in Canada was St. John. St. John is a city in the province of New Brunswick with a population of 68,000 and a motto which is Latin for "O fortunate ones whose walls are now rising." The professor said it's no coincidence that smaller communities scored higher than bigger ones. He said trusting others is important and those kind of connections are easier to make in smaller cities.
And that was Stick News for Friday the 28th of December. Kia ora.
10年ぐらい地元じゃないです。室蘭からいや、やらないです。2ヶ月に1回ぐらい。夏は地元でほぼ毎日。地元には手作りでみんなで作りました。レインボースケートパーク。ローフは難しくて寂しい。
A boy is born with no body, no arms, no legs. He's just a head. On his 18th birthday, his dad takes him down to the pub for his first pint, and he takes a sip, and suddenly, whoosh, out pops his torso. And everyone in the bar says, "Go on, take another sip." So he does, and suddenly, whoosh, out pop his two arms. Then he takes his third sip, and suddenly, whoosh, out pop his two legs. And he's so excited that he runs out into the street, straight into the path of an oncoming truck, and bang, he's killed instantly. And the barman says to his dad, "That boy should have quit while he was ahead."
What? No, not really. In advance? I get it. It's not that funny though. Do you get it? The joke? Well, it's a play on words. Ahead and ahead. Do you know what ahead means? Yeah, and quit while you're ahead is an expression, which means you should stop while things are going well. So in this joke, you could take that expression two ways. Either the boy should have stopped while things were going well, or he should have stopped while he still had a head and no body. No, it isn't. I came across it for some reason when I was looking for end of year jokes, and it was on a British TV program. It was really funny, just the way they said it.
Not often. A. Frequently. B. Seldom. C. Equivalent. D. Anthem. E. Melody. Seldom. A solemn, patriotic song adopted as an expression of national identity. Anthem. Equal in value, amount, function, meaning, etc. Equivalent. A tune, especially the main tune in a piece of music written for several instruments or voices. Melody. Often. Frequently.
And that was the Daily English Show. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, for Auld Lang Syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fear, and gie's a hand o' thine, and we'll tak a recht get willy what for Auld Lang Syne. Get willy what, get willy what, get willy what, get willy, get willy, get willy, get willy, get willy, get willy.
Du musst jetzt mal die Klappe halten.